Can anybody tell what is the main purpose or use of technical SEO? Why should we consider working on technicalities of a website? How is that going to help in SEO? And what does technical SEO mainly deal with?
Maybe for better performance, navigation,
Better performance of what?
the website.
Website. Performance. What is the
Improve the crawl
performance of the
frequency.
website? Yeah, Marvin?
To improve the crawl frequency, sir. To load faster, sir, website, so
L-
that we can increase
Okay,
crawl
good.
frequency.
So your main goal is to load the website faster. How is that going to help you now? You have made it load very quick, fast. How is that going to help you all?
Sir, bot can crawl through the crawl frequency, improves the crawl frequency, sir.
Crawl frequency of what?
Bot, sir,
No, 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 no.
because
Crawl.
when
What it should crawl? What should a bot crawl?
pages, sir. If the loading
Pages.
time is very,
So crawl
it takes
frequency
very
of the
much time.
web pages will improve, right?
Yes, sir.
Praveen,
Yes,
do
sir.
you have any answers for this? Why should you work on technical SEO of a website? Gautam? Okay, people have joined and let's looks like they are away from their computers. Okay, Marvin, your answers are correct. Good. So now, what will happen with the improvement in crawl frequency or crawl rate or crawl stats of your website? Anybody can answer. What happens with the improvement in crawling of your website? If your web pages are read by bot again and again, more number of times, how is that going to be beneficial? How is that going to help your website or your SEO? My laptop is not functioning properly. Okay, you joined from mobile then? Okay, anyways, let's not trouble him again. He struggles to type it. Okay, fine, guys. So I'll quickly, you all are forgetting it. So load times is mainly about improving the, technical SEO is mainly about improving the load times of your website. Okay, and this improved load times will help in multiple ways. One is to improve the crawl rate of your website. It's not crawl frequency, crawl rate. Crawl rate is basically more number of pages getting crawled on your website during every visit of bot. This crawl rate in return helps improve the crawl frequency of many pages. Many pages would have not got crawled when pages are heavy. Now this has made many pages to get crawled. So now with the improvement in the crawl frequency, your website will be eligible to rank for many more keywords on the Google. Or already ranking keywords will improve their positions. On Google, it must be ranking at the bottom. It will move to the top, right? And second advantage is improved load times will help improve the engagement. Not only engagement, it also helps improve the conversion rates. If page is taking a lot of time to load, people will not buy or purchase anything from your website. Okay, so that's why we try to understand how is the load time. We are going to understand the standards of how much should be the speed of the website and which all tools are going to help us to measure it. That's what quickly we'll discuss about that today. Yesterday it was a lengthy discussion, and by the way, today morning discussion was quite interesting. We were discussing about the applying for the jobs and what does a business owner expect for that role. The business owner or interviewer expects, and at the bottom of this document, digital marketing classes, we have mentioned some of them, and recording goes live today anytime. So just take a look at it later at your convenience. Okay. So now coming back quickly, what I'll do is I'll just quickly record the important elements that you should be measuring. One is the page size, and another thing is load time, and third thing is number of requests. These are the three things you should be measuring, understanding, and to understand that we use a tool called tools.pingdom.com. Tools.pingdom.com. Just make a note of it. We have already discussed it. So what I'll do is, let me go with this. Tools.pingdom.com will help you to understand how small or big your web page is and how much time it is taking to load. Okay, so this tool is providing you the details. Always this has to be above 90, grade A. If it is grade D, it's not that your website will not at all rank, but it needs more efforts. It needs more efforts. If the subject is difficult, is there any guarantee that you will always fail? No, it just needs more effort, correct, to pass it. So remember the standards, and this has to be less than 1 MB always, right? And the number of requests have to be always less than 100, and load time has to be less than, it should be around 2 to 3 seconds or less than 2 to 3 seconds or not beyond that. This is not really well optimized. Understood? If you're seeing something like this, always go speak to your website developer, website designer, and ensure that they bring down this to, improvise this to as per the standards. Okay, got it? GT metrics is another similar tool which will help you to understand couple of other details related to your website. Google Page Speed Insights is, is a tool from the images of same size in your phone gallery, photos gallery. You will have some hundreds of photos, right? Can you tell that are all the four photos of same size? No, right? One of the photo will be 2 MB, 3 MB. Somebody must have sent, correct? So now same way on your web page, whichever, so the largest content point, the time taken to load the largest content point is 4.6 seconds. This has to be less than 2 seconds. It has to be around 1 second, 1.2 second, not beyond 1.2 second. Time taken to load the largest element or content on your page. The web page is made up of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, images, videos, correct? Now we don't know what is that so big. It could be probably an image or a video. It is taking 4.6 seconds to load, which is very bad. It has to be around 1.2 seconds, less than 1.2 seconds. Interaction to next point. This is, see now, look at this. This is clearly indicating it to you. It's in the red color. Orange indicates, yesterday we were discussing this. Green, red and orange. Green is, it's good. Red is, it needs an improvement. It has to be addressed. It has to be addressed. And orange indicates it's kind of okay, but improvising it is fine, but not a serious issue. So interaction to the next point. What is this interaction to the next point? So moving from, this is cumulative layout shift, interaction to the next point. So responsiveness of the page, some of the elements will not be, this is okay. Just tell the developer this is also, I want it in the green color. Okay. Cumulative layout shift. See, your website developers, software developers will understand all of this. Cumulative layout shift is the time taken between shifting from one section of the web page to the other section of the web pages. This has to be less than 0.1 second. It has to be around 0.1 second, and this is 0.0 second, 0.07. It is good, no problem. First contentful point, whatever is being loaded first on the web page, it's taking 4 seconds. It should not take that much time. It has to load in milliseconds, and even this has a problem. First input delay, what is this first input delay? Okay, ignore it, it is anyways, remove it. Time to first byte 2.6 seconds. Yeah, this is all what we are reading is mobile performance. See, Your websites is not only one. You have to build two websites, one for mobile and one for desktop. Okay, so hence it showing the desktop will be comparatively better, but all these details will be same for both. I mean, LCP will be measured, everything will be measured for mobile and desktop also. Time to first byte. So the time taken to send the first byte data from your server to the browser, it's time to first byte. That is 3 seconds. You see, this has to be less than 1 second again, which are all in a very danger zone. This all needs improvements. So performance, here it is speaking about few performance metrics. It is score of 95, accessibility. We'll see. So performance first. These are all performance related. Okay, all are in green color. All are good. Only the speed index is an issue. Overall speed of your web page, how quickly it is loading, because of these issues. Some of the issues, properly sized images. Images are not properly sized. Differ off-screen images. Because of all this, the speed index has come down. Okay. So avoid excessive DOM size elements. DOM is object. I keep forgetting about the DOM. See, in HTML, there will be different tags or functionalities used. Div, span, next row. For every function, there will be different pieces of code is used. Okay. So now some of them will create DOM elements, that is object library something. It's a the document object model. Document object model. You'll not understand it also. So don't worry, don't get into it. As a digital marketer, just tell to your developer, boss, these are mainly about the coding practices, HTML front end development practices. Reduced unused JavaScript, you can eliminate unused. Sometimes they will simply use some JavaScript, they will forget, they will remove that functionality itself, but some pieces of that will be retained in the code. Okay. Same way, reduced unused CSS. There will be some CSS in the page which will not be used in some instances. They will forget it over there. It's like garbage. Something that's not needed, you will throw out, right? But these people are keeping it in the code like that only. That will impact the performance. Okay. So now accessibility. Buttons do not have accessible name, like plus or minus, something like that will not have the accessible names. They are giving the suggestions, that's all. Accessible names. See, now here you see small arrow mark. Here you see small arrow marks. This doesn't have names is what they are telling. Your small arrow marks doesn't have names. Maybe we could have written it as previous, next. Correct? I'm unable to come back. Yeah. Browser errors were logged on the console. This one again technicalities. Some file has some issues. What is this file? Static.php. Failed to load source. Timed out. Okay, to load, this is example of CSS sprites. You see there are so many images used here, correct? But these images are present at different places on the website. You all look at this. I'll go to the website also. See, some of them are used here, some of them are used here, some of them are used here. You see that here. So now all images will be in one image and they are presenting it differently. There is some issue with this as well. Failed to load resources, net error, timeout. There must have put some CSS script to load this one and this bottom three, which are not used anywhere on the web page. That could be an issue probably. Missing source maps for large first party JavaScript. Everybody, so what is that you are feeling about this discussion? You are just ignoring all this. This
It's
is
little in depth actually. I mean, sometimes it's lengthy also for me basically.
okay.
I mean, I'm able to understand, but somewhere I'm disconnecting also.
Oh, sorry, who is that?
Sneha, I mean, I'm able to understand, but a
Uh,
few places like I'm not able to connect also.
no, no, yeah, it will be difficult to connect. So that's why. So yesterday, you were sleeping here. The offline class itself, I was guessing how worse it could be in the people joining from online. So I don't want to get into the too much depth, which may not be needed also. Right? Anyways,
Yeah.
in the morning class, I have discussed this in depth. Whenever it's needed, you can always go back to this, and I don't think you will need it. Right? So, but when you think that you have to be understanding all this on the technical SEO part, see in interview, people might ask, what is LCP?
Yeah.
LCP is largest content point. So it's the largest piece of information on your web page. Your web page is formed out of this image, this JavaScript, CSS, right? HTML. Now this is the biggest, not this one. Let's assume this is the biggest image of all in terms of size, not in terms of data that it takes, time it takes to load, something like that. So how much time is taking to load this image is what it's conveying. See, it's not that difficult also if you have to just explain in terms of definitions and what they mean. But next level, how do you fix is something which you won't be able to understand clearly. So they are telling that, so this image, if you're loading this image itself, it's taking, we don't know, we are just taking this as an example now. This image on this page is taking time of 4.9 seconds, close to 5 seconds, which should be less than 1 second. So that is what you have to tell largest content point. Time taken to load, time taken for the largest content point is 4.9 second. So on this image, when you visit, this will be the first request, and this must be taking 4 seconds to load the page. This is the first content point FCP. This is the largest content point LCP. Okay. So those are the terminologies. So thumb rule for now is just remember. Eventually you will understand better. So what we will do is as we continue to discuss, as you guys start practicing different things, or get once you get exposed on different things, you will have the necessity or purpose of understanding this. Plus, you will understand easily also. Okay. So best practices does not use HTTPS. There is one URL that doesn't have HTTPS, admin.learnandtry.com/public. Some image is coming from a different server. It does not have HTTPS, and it is telling that it's not a good practice. See, eating 10 chapatis is not a good practice. Reading that and understanding is easy, right? It's something like that. Does not use HTTPS. Some of the URLs, all URLs should have HTTPS, starting with HTTPS. This is just HTTP. If you, when I hover on it, look at this HTTP colon slash slash admin. You have to tell it has to be HTTPS. All sites should be protected with HTTPS, even ones that don't have sensitive data. This includes avoiding mixed content where some resources are loaded over HTTP disks. So just inform them. That's all. Just ask them to run a check through this tool and make sure the score is 100 everywhere, right? So when it comes to SEO, it's 100%. Everything has been implemented. The schemas which we were discussing, the star ratings, in stock, out of stock, showing on the Google, everything it's implemented. Past audits, 11, language tag, robots.txt, sitemaps, plugins. We are not using plugins, not applicable, right? GT metrics, just run through tools.pingdom.com test, run through page speed, Google page speed test, and run through GT metrics test. Uh, Yesterday I have logged in. It saved also, and it's saying wrong password now. This is bug from their website. Anyways, I'll show you the screenshot here. Yeah, GT metrics. When you submit the URL and enter, it shows the report like this. Grade is C, and this has to be always A. Performance, because of this poor performance, it is C grade. If performance goes to 100, it shows A grade. Even if it is 90% above, it shows A grade. Structure is structure of your website. How is the structure of your website? So it is 90 percentage, it is good. Again, largest content point, they are also giving us, see, different tools kind of give same kind of information. So at least some of them. Okay, largest content point with images big, very big. The time taken to load, that is 4.1 second. Total blocking time, TBT is total blocking time. So on your web page, to load all the images, all the text, all the JavaScript, all the CSS, the total blocking time it's taking is 107 milliseconds. So not, sorry, it's not time taken to load the complete web page. The time that is blocked has to be less than some 200 milliseconds, and it is 107 milliseconds, and it is fine. Cumulative layout shift, it has to be 0, and it is 0. Cumulative layout shift is the they suggest it has to be less than 0.12 seconds something, and it is sometimes it will be 0.002001. So that is fine. Cumulative layout shift, how different it is from one layout to another layout. People should not feel this is a different website after scrolling 2 inches. That is cumulative layout shift. Okay, here also main goal is to make sure that the performance grade is A. Okay, and the same details what you see here on the Google page speed insight and GT metrics are available on your search console as well. So this is your search console. Maybe I'll show it to you here. Look at this. You have called something called as page experience, core web vitals. These are the sections where you can read the technicalities of your website. This will explain a lot. Even if you're showing this to your developer, that will help. Okay, so mobile and desktop report. Let's see the desktop report. 401 URLs needs improvement, 0 good URLs. Open report, what it says: LCP, largest content point, longer than 2.5 seconds. INP issue longer than 200 milliseconds. I don't know what is this INP. Okay, earlier it was an issue and it stopped after February 15th. Next point, interaction to next point. This one we have seen it already in the Google page speed. Interaction to next point. So whatever it is suggesting to fix have to be fixed. And of all that, the major issue is now largest content point only. Mobile, you might find more issues. Or mobile also probably the same issue. I don't know. Yeah, here is the mobile. It's the same issue. No, no, no. It can be anything. Largest content on your web page can be image or a JavaScript file or a CSS file. Okay. So on mobile phone, still there is an issue with INP. Interactive next paint. So they are giving you a sample of one URL, and they are telling that 400 such group population, 400 such URLs exist with that kind of issue. Group INP 350 milliseconds, and it has to be less than 200 milliseconds. and many such URLs which has this an issue. And for this, the technical teams will thoroughly study, research, and understand. Even some of the technical guys will not know this. The website design developers, the front end developers will not know all of these things until unless one of us will tell them, okay, there is an issue. Then they will start researching and understanding what is this INP, what is this LCP, what is this FCP. Okay, and another best section is understanding this data. Crawl data. What is the experience of bot with regard to your website? I'll show it to you. Look at this. This has to be always less than 200 milliseconds. Less than 200 milliseconds average response time. The response from your server in order to download the content to Google server, from your host internet server to Google server, it's taking 200. It's taking around 900 milliseconds. 1153. It has to be less than 200 milliseconds. If it is less than 200 milliseconds, the number of pages crawled will be very high. Here in this case, we will study that very easily. It's clearly visible. Yeah, look at this. Your average response time is 5583. With this high response time, total crawl requests are 13,066. Correct? Now your response time has improved to 1300 and 1095. And number of pages total crawl requests is 16999. So what is it conveying is, when it is taking less time to load your page or render your content to the server, it crawls more number of pages. If it is taking only 1 second to eat one idli for you, in 60 seconds you can eat 60 idlis. If it is taking 30 seconds to eat one idli, you can eat only 2 idlis in a second, correct? Exactly same, if it is taking only 1000 milliseconds, it is crawling 16999, that is 17,000 web pages. When it is taking 5000 milliseconds, 4000 or 5000 milliseconds, it's crawling less pages, 13,000 pages. Did you see that? So you don't have to do much also, just looking at this data. So the average response time is 2.23k, which is very high. It has to be less than 200 milliseconds, or less than 500. People say less than 500 milliseconds, but aim at just 200 milliseconds. If it is 200 milliseconds instead of 2 times, your crawl also will improve by 10 times. The number of pages crawled also will improve. See, now as it got improved, see the orange color line going down indicates an improvement. The average response time is improving from how much time? From 5583 milliseconds, that is 5.5 seconds, that is 6, almost 6 seconds. From 6 seconds it has come down to 0.1 second. Milliseconds is, sorry, not 1 second, time milliseconds, 1095 milliseconds is 1 second. This is 5583, 6 seconds. It is taking 6 seconds time to load, respond. The response time is 6 seconds here, and it is crawling only 13,000 pages. When response time is only 1 second, it is crawling 17,000 web pages. The number of pages crawled is more. There is one video, this was actually very worse. This project stats were very worse, and it was clearly visible. I'll send that video. This is some 3 months or 6 months back. We had captured all this, explaining this, how to rate the stats, what is the issue and all. You will get an idea. Okay. So one is, this section will help you to understand about your server's average response time. This is mainly about how data is rendered from your server to the front end. It's not about HTML practices. If server itself is taking, if server is very slow, this will have an impact. For some reason, server is sending content slowly to the browser or to the Google server. Internet from our website, the response is very slow. The response could be very slow because based on the server RAMs, based on there is too much of traffic, this might become slow, or some other issues. So looking at this details, the technical teams will start working on this, and they will optimize all of this. Okay. So here mainly you have to study about core web vitals on Search Console. Page experience is the same thing. Page experience will bring you to core web vitals. So this is the brief or summary. Mobile, there are 208 issues. Desktop, 208 issues. Which are those? It brings you to the core web vitals page. See, look at this core web vitals page. LCP 4 milliseconds, INP 200 milliseconds, issue longer than 200 milliseconds. Again, these are all 00. Different URL groups, I guess. Okay, just read these sections and communicate it to the development teams, and your technical SEO will be taken care by those people. This is the actual technicalities of technical SEO, not implementing the sitemaps or robots.txt. That is the marketer's scope still. Okay, I mentioned that as well. Google Search Console, Google Experience, Core Web Vitals, Crawl Stats, both. Okay, Crawl Stats, maybe I'll put the image of this for your reference. Core Web Vitals, these are like our blood pressure, blood sugar, correct? Something like that. You must have seen, right, in hospitals they'll use the same term vitals, correct? But do you know what happens if your blood glucose is high, blood glucose is low? You don't know. Our own body, and we don't know what happens if our blood pressure is low, blood pressure is high. Technically, what happens? You might say, okay, giddiness, my head will rotate. But technically, what's happening? Why is your head rotating? Do you know that? Not weakness. There is not enough oxygen supplied to your brain. That's a different issue. Okay, here again, crawl stats. Are you all fine with this, guys? Whatever we have discussed today? Because
Yes.
if you're not understanding it completely, you will sleep. So just simply don't get in depth of it. Just understand this for now. In upcoming classes, based on the requirement, we will discuss this, explore this further once you start implementing things. Okay. Fine.
Sir, Gautam, sir.
Yeah, Gautam, tell me, Gautam.
Sir, after the essay completion, we are going to implement during class for this SEO, sir.
Implement?
This SEO, we need to practice whatever it is, sir.
No, no, no. So one thing, practice in the sense, if, for example, if you have a website or if I am providing access to a website, again, what I have shown to you now, you have to go through these tools, deep dive and understand. In case if you have to get into the technicalities of the website. Okay. So in same week, I guess Monday, right? Monday or Tuesday, someday we discussed uh, practice what you should be practicing on SEO. I showed you different examples. Business, you are a different business owner, right? Keyword research, the keyword planner is available for everybody. You should start practicing those things.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, even if I have to implement something on our website, see here we have here 6-7 years experience in professional. So we have a new website. For that website, we are not touching anything. We are not touching anything. So for this website, the global trends. An experienced professional is not touching anything on the website. So this is a website, but they just looked into the website, they understood, and then started working on Excel sheet. First, you practice all of this, and you come to me and tell me, okay, I have succeeded, I am successful, I have done it completely. Okay, one by one, the stages. First thing that you have to do is you have to practice everything. See, now complete website optimization is done on Excel sheet only, including the length of the title, length of the description, everything.
Sir, can you copy this page and paste in our evening class that Excel sheet, sir?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat it again?
This meta tags, sir.
Ah,
Can you copy that page and paste in our evening class Excel sheet, sir?
which one? This one?
Yes, sir. This page.
No, I will show it to you. This is getting recorded. This is client's sheet. This cannot be pasted on your class sheet.
At least the menu only, sir. That the page
So
directly
if you want,
forwarded.
I will paste a screenshot of this.
Okay, sir.
So now if you are planning to put a website, website development, graphic designing, all services, you call this as graphic designing, you call this as WordPress website development, you call this as digital marketing service. Allocate the keywords. Keyword allocation. Keywords are been removed here. Keywords are not allocated. Write H1, meta title, meta description, SEO content. And now on this website, take any website that you see on the internet, go understand using different testing tools. Understand if the snippets are implemented. Sitemap is easy to understand. Sitemap, there is no sitemap implemented to it. Sitemap.xml. If you want to work, I'll give this project only to you. See, what access do you need? It's all accessible. We are working on internet marketing, it's all accessible. Now I diagnose, here it's not diagnosis, it's analysis, or robots.txt is also not there. You only need access to Search Console to understand SEO properly. Okay, I can provide Search Console access to one of the websites or the websites which we have already created. That's not a big deal. I'll provide access to all of you. I first want you all to be taking your respective categories. You all have planned something, right? Do a keyword research, come up with the planning pages, the different kinds of pages that have to be launched on your website. Let me wrap it to you, you will get an idea. Okay, I will give a Weave access to you all, not a problem. Yeah, yeah, tell me.
Harry. Harry, sir.
Harry Potter,
Yes, sir. Harry Potter.
then who else?
Sir, Marvin, sir.
Yeah, next.
Sneha
Yeah, which
Pandey. Sneha Pandey.
yeah, then enough, fine. Huh?
So how many members in offline, sir, now?
Offline,
Yes, sir.
offline. You have to come once, man. They are telling not to tell. Everybody are using their hands, waving at me. Don't tell. Let Gautam come here and check. Yeah, you. Yeah, what is your full name, Mohammed? Yeah, then. So okay, yes, will not look into it, right? Your friend name and your name together, they made one more new name. Tell me full name, Bhargavi. Okay. Bhargavi. Bhargavi at the rate gmail.com. No numbers, nothing. BHRGAVI. BHRGAVI at the rate. That's all. Okay, send. Correct. Simply giving somebody's name. Okay, fine. Few of you have not. Later, you can ask me. I'll provide access to all others who has not taken access now. You all get started with keyword research first. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you list out the Google tools, sir?
Google.
Tools.
Who has to list out?
No, sir. Google tools like Google Search Console, Google AdSense, Google
It is
Reacts to
already
Google.
listed in your file. We will when we start learning or discussing about them, you will get more information about it. So we have listed down all of them in here in the curriculum as well. The tools that we
Okay,
are
sir.
going to discuss.
In upcoming class, you are going to teach for that, sir.
No, no, tools will discuss slowly. Some tools.
Okay, sir. Because you already teach the keyboard and all. You explained, sir.
No, no,
But
keyword
how can
planner.
we say?
See, we are discussing tools as and when there is a use or necessity of it while we discuss something or while we work on something. So, from the same perspective, we have learned keyword planner. Today, we understood tools.pingdom, GT metrics, and couple of other tools. Search console here and there, we are trying to understand every time whenever there is a necessity. For example, in search console, we understood the crawl stats today, core web vitals. Correct. Previously, we had understood here there are tools, all the tools. So most of the tools, while discussing the respective channel like digital marketing, SEO, performance marketing, Google Ads, we cover those tools while discussing each of these topics. If there are any tools left over after all this, then we will discuss them again. Okay. But since SEO is done, we will discuss about Search Console in the next class. We'll discuss
Okay, sir.
about Search Console in the next class. Maybe even before we discuss that, we will finish off the off-page SEO. And once off-page SEO is also done, we will discuss the Search Console then. Search Console tool and maybe even the Google Analytics. We'll cover off Search Console and Google Analytics, and then GTM we will cover later once we have start with Google Ads. Okay.
Sir, what are the tools compulsory required for the one website, sir?
Compulsorily required for
One website.
one website. To build
Yes,
a
sir.
website, you don't need any tools. To
No,
build
sir.
a
Like
web, huh?
Google Search Console,
That is not to
Google
build
Ads.
a website, right? That is to
Sorry, sir.
market your website. That is to optimize your website. You need
Yes, sir.
Google
After
search.
the website, I'm asking for
Since
digital
your
marketing.
marketing activities, you will be needing Google Search Console and Google Analytics. Maybe these tools like GT Metrics, Pingdom, and Google Page Speed Insight. Okay, these tools. And then apart from that, if you all could remember, I showed you Google Rich Schema testing tool, robots testing tool. We discussed right how to build robots. That day only we have robots testing is not available now. Google schema testing we have seen. These tools are enough for your SEO. And to run ads, you have to learn Google AdWords. So after
Okay, sir.
this SEO and Google Ads, I'll tell you next which tools you should be using. And now
Okay, sir.
you don't have to use every single tool that's available on the earth. People will use names like SpyFu, Ahrefs. This and all. I'll speak to you why you should be when you should be using, what is the purpose of the tools, when you should not be using in a different class. Completely when we discuss completely about the tools. Okay. You have any questions, Gautam?
Yes, sir. I have a lot of questions, sir. But once I will meet in offline, I will ask, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Still, I have some lot of confusing is there, sir.
Okay, correct. It will be there if you are suddenly shifting from offline to online. And in between, you missed 4 classes, main classes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I don't know if you have gone through all of those videos or not. Okay.
Only one video is pending.
Okay. So this discussion, yeah. So what we do in this discussion is we'll also try to understand. See now, I think something or the other you have acquired about SEO, about WordPress website development also. Some here and there. Once you get started in the respective roles, you might. I think you are fine to get started. To apply, you can probably try applying for these roles as well. Okay. So I have some companies looking for SEO professionals. If you are keen, maybe I'll send those job descriptions, everything. You can give a try and understand what kind of questions people ask and how will be the interview.
Yeah, I think that will be great.
Okay, so just go and attend whatever the salary it is. Just go and attend. You will get to know what kind of questions are asking, what is they're expecting, how it is, and all. Okay, so now let's assume you all are SEO professionals. Okay, you all are SEO professionals. So and now you have to tell me what kind of confidence you have in attending an interview and clearing it. So so there's 20, 30 hours of discussion. It's almost we must have discussed at least 30 hours, I believe, till now, or 25 at least. So for 25 hours continuously, we have heard of different jargons, terms, how something works, what is that, right? See, these are the things that will be asked in the interviews. So, for example, what is CTR? What is crawling? That is full form, click through rate. Now, you all have heard of it, you also have understood about it, but you might have forgot. I don't know. There was no purpose to remember, so you will definitely take out of your brain. Okay, so now what do you think, interviewers? Now let's assume all of your business owners. Let's assume Marvin, Sneha, Ratnapriya, Praveen, Harry Gautam, Bhargavi, Tofi, Raika, and what's his name? I forgot. Okay, all of them. All other three people also. Okay, so let's assume you all are business owners and hiring for SEO professionals, right? So, what is that you will be expecting in that person? I want to hear from each of you one by one. So, Marvin is showing in the top here. So, I would like to understand it from Marvin. Marvin, so if you are a business owner and if you want to hire, if you are planning to hire a digital marketer or maybe a SEO professional, let's say SEO professional, what is that you are going to expect in that person, Marvin?
Sir, that my page should rank at first or second or third place, sir.
That's your requirement. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Requirement is also fine. Okay, you are telling the requirement. Later we'll understand what is that you are expecting in that person. In that person, you have to see now if they have to make your web page rank on Google, you should assess few things in that person, right?
Yes, sir.
What is that? Will you just hire a small kid, 10 years kid?
No, sir. Actually, based on like what his knowledge and on what projects he has done.
On what
Based on that.
projects?
Yes, sir.
Knowledge about what?
Like if he has used those skills in some websites or like he's doing working on that basis, sir.
Okay.
So
Okay.
based on that, I will judge him, sir.
Okay. So shall I write it now here? Marvin's expectation. I'll just write it here.
If he has any prior experience in ranking websites, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, based on that, I will judge him, sir.
One second. One second. So maybe I'll just quickly. Yeah. I'll put it here after this. SEO interviewers or business owners expectations. Okay, Marvin, what is that you are expecting? Tell me now.
Sir,
Previous
based on yeah,
work, that not
yes, sir.
necessarily experience, but work done. Like you are
Yes, sir.
learning now, but if you have done something and if you could showcase it,
Yeah,
interviewer you will hire. Correct.
yes, sir.
Next, what is that you are looking for?
Like how much he has knowledge on that, sir? Like SEO, in-depth knowledge.
How will you assess this?
Sir, if I have that, like if I have not that knowledge, I can ask him, sir. But if I don't know, I cannot, sir.
Correct. Nice, right?
Yeah,
Not every digital,
yes, sir.
every business owner will know about SEO. You
Yes,
simply
sir.
ask what you
Yes, sir.
have done. You will tell you, I've done something amazing, great. I do so many things. You will say, okay, come in.
Yes, sir.
Right, Marvin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you expect knowledge about SEO without knowing SEO. How will you assess it
Yes, sir.
now?
Sir, I don't know about that, sir.
Okay, what else you expect in the person to hire to offer them the role, SEO role?
sir, even I'll give my website to him.
Huh.
Like I'll just ask him, like, what are the faults? Why my
Okay.
website is not ranking in the
Okay.
interview, sir?
Okay. Okay. Assignment.
Can you remove some faults in that and tell me so that it helped me to understand him, sir, better. And if he what he suggests me, if in case that thing helps, even I can get to know that he's a good guy and he
So
can
look
work for
at
me, sir.
this Marvin as learning, and this person is putting himself as an interviewer, and he is expecting so many things. Now think of what a business owner must be expecting from you. What else, Marvin? What else are you expecting?
This much is done, sir.
Okay, next. Who is next here? Next here, Sneha.
Yeah. So I mean, till now, what I have learned based upon that, like how a candidate will optimize like landing page and all those things. My expectation, like how good in that basically, and how you have told me for the keywords.
Okay, then.
And maybe I'll just ask randomly. Maybe if I'm not a professional also, but like I'll ask about the tools. What all the tools he have worked, so that I
Okay.
can know that okay, he or she have the idea.
Then
Yeah, I mean, yeah, above already Marvin have also mentioned.
this is what you expect.
I mean, overall, like
Will you all
yeah.
hire me now if I possess all this? I know all this. Are you ready to hire me?
I mean, I think this should be fine according to me. Not sure.
What is the salary that you're offering, madam?
No idea.
What is the salary? So for my experience, I'll be expecting some 40 lakhs.
Obviously.
So what is that you're offering to me? So now you don't have expectations about their experience.
Yeah, experience already. I mean, Marvin have mentioned that. So overall, I'm saying previous work also experience. So in total,
Years of experience, you are hiring freshers. Let's assume you are hiring freshers only. Okay, this is what you are expecting now.
no, but tool knowledge how he will have after
Assess.
working only, right? So he will have some maybe 1 or 2 years of experience at least.
So if it's a role for freshers, how will you assess them?
Maybe some previous internship if they
Not
have
even
done.
internship. Not even internship. See, I joined into digital marketing role with zero experience in digital marketing. I came out of my college. I learned some other skills. I learned HTML or front end development, some other skills, .NET, something, and I got into digital marketing accidentally. And I had
Okay, then
absolute zero knowledge in digital marketing.
at least some knowledge about the work, what he or she is going to do, or
Nothing,
what
nothing, nothing. My
expectations.
knowledge was absolutely zero in digital marketing. I had never heard of digital marketing nor SEO.
But nowadays, no one will hire like if no one has if someone has zero
Till
knowledge or
now,
something.
even today, I am hiring people without
Mm-hmm.
digital marketing course or internship or experience. See, at Knowledge and Upgrade, I have hired some 50, 60 people, and I never hired experienced professionals. I always hired only freshers, and that too people with no exposure at training institutes. Zero exposure in digital marketing. And definitely now I cannot ask what is CTR, what is search engine, what is browser, correct? I'll tell you what should be assessing in a candidate to hire the candidate. So next, who is next? Praveen.
He already mentioned also.
Praveen mentioned it in the chat. Oh, is it?
Uh, Maybe this question must have asked from Praveen. That's why he's telling. He's working as a SEO professional, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's working at some agency. So, what is your objective as a SEO executive? My objective is to make money, Praveen. Whether I'm SEO executive or performance marketing executive, implement SEO and make money. SEO object is professional is to do SEO. That's all, right? What is your SEO objective? Objective as a SEO executive to perform all the SEO implementations. So what is that you are going to assess? You are asking questions to him. See, questions wise, you might ask 100 questions to him. I'm asking, what is that you expect in a person? Questions wise, you might ask them, how old are you? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a boyfriend also? I don't know what you're going to ask. But what is that you are expecting from that person for hiring to digital marketing role? How are you going to bring my website visibility on STRP? These are all fine questions. But what you expect in a person, you are asking these questions to expect something from them, right? To assess something. What is that you are trying to assess with these questions? What is that you are trying to assess from that person by asking such questions? Okay, Gautam, Harry Gautam.
Sir,
Yeah, what will you expect if you are hiring a SEO professional?
sir, first I will tell my demand, sir. My
Demand.
website should earn per month 1 lakh rupees, sir.
How will the term? Is that a printing machine? Not printing machine.
Sir, some news websites and some these websites are only Google Ads. The
See, a
visitings.
digital marketer comes with simply a digital marketing knowledge. He will not come with a business model. See, as a
No, sir.
business owner, you should have a business model, how your website should make money, and you should have a strategy. For example, you must be planning to get money out of AdSense. See, I must be planning money to make out of digital marketing services. And I
Okay, sir.
cannot say that I don't know what you will do. I want only 1 lakh ticket price clients. No, as a digital marketer, your responsibility, if you are working especially on SEO, your responsibility is to rank the website on Google for digital marketing services, digital marketing agency. But if you put a condition, hey boss, I don't know, I want only 5 lakh ticket price. If somebody is searching digital marketing service and coming to my website, you have to make them pay 5 lakhs per month.
Okay, sir. For this is the hiring the person. Correct, no, sir?
Yeah, you are hiring SEO. You are a company owner. You are a business owner or interviewer now. You are
Okay.
you are expecting certain skills in a person.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I'm
for
expecting
SEO role,
digital
you
marketing.
are expecting
And
you are hiring for SEO role. What is that you are expecting in a person now to
okay, sir.
take them
I'm
for SEO?
expecting that the SEO tools knowledge, sir.
Which tools?
That's what I'm expecting SEO tools knowledge. How are you going to achieve uh, uh, in internet?
SEO tools knowledge. Okay, next what else you will be expecting?
I will expecting any before he's already did any projects, sample projects, previous projects.
Okay. Okay, what will you expect?
Some experience. Uh, that's it, sir.
You will expect hands-on experience, SEO tools knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Okay, SEO tools knowledge. He says, I know all.
I'm asking, explain what are the tools you will know.
Hands-on experience. He says his brother did something, his friend did something. I says I did all of this project. Go check it over there.
Mm-hmm.
How will you assess the skills in a person? Okay, anyways, fine. That's a different discussion. But you
Okay,
will
sir.
assess that mainly hands-on experience and SEO domain knowledge. I'll write it as SEO tools knowledge or SEO domain knowledge. See, you all are freshers, right? You have never worked on it. See, is
Yes,
it
sir.
fair to expect a hands-on experience from you guys? Let's assume you all are being called for an interview. Is it fair from the interviewer to expect hands-on experience from all of you? Nobody will have hands-on experience, right? See, you are
Yes, sir.
struggling so much. You are struggling to come to offline class only. Initially, you came to offline class. Now it's not possible to you. And when will you have hands-on experience working in your current role?
It's not possible, sir.
Then now, but then you are dreaming of a job, right? To finish this course, and you are dreaming of a SEO job or a
Yes,
digital
sir.
marketing job. So, if interviewer is so curt like you, will you get a job?
No, sir.
Correct. Then you should not be assessing hands-on experience when you are hiring for freshers role, right? And SEO, are you sure this in 2 3 months you will be learning SEO?
I don't think so, sir.
Then you are what do you call that as?
Sir, you asking, I'm telling, sir. Actually, after the 2 points, I don't know, sir, because I don't know anything. That's why I don't know how to ask the question from the interviewer.
Okay, see, these are all expectations. Just by thinking you are an interviewer or a business owner, this is what all of you are expecting. And here, two more, Taufi and Bhargavi, what do you expect?
It is what the
Ah,
knowledge about SEO
ah,
and various API calculated.
websites created, optimized, basically, you all are expecting work experience.
Yeah.
Then, as per you, all people, freshers should never get an opportunity.
Yes.
Correct. You all are expecting. I just came out of college. How is TCS hiring? How is Wipro hiring? They just hire people who have come out of college, right? So, what is the purpose or reason of you taking up this course now? See, interviewers are expecting these things. You also know, correct? And you only know what they are expecting, and you are not meeting that criteria. What should you be doing to meet this criteria? And today you couldn't explain what is the CTR. Some of you, you couldn't explain importance of technical SEO. These are the questions asked in the interviews.
Business owner
And thing
also
is,
asking
you know
questions.
that you don't know. And second thing is, you know that the interviewer will ask all these questions or criteria which you don't meet. Correct? And now, how can you expect a job? Now, Canara Digital has to set up a new company somewhere and should offer jobs to everybody. Correct? Canara Digital has to help you out, right? That's your expectation. Correct? Correct, guys. Be open, na? So, what is the
Yes.
what's your
Yes, sir. Yes,
expectation?
sir.
See
We need
now,
a contradictory help,
see
sir.
now, interviewers' expectations. You know that you are not meeting them. Also, you know, and you won't get employed if that with that kind of expectations. Also, you know, and definitely in that cases, Canada Digital has to set up one more new company and has to offer a job to all of you. Is that possible?
Not maybe job, but some kind of project we can do if it's possible, like
Yeah,
live
yeah,
project,
definitely.
as you
So,
already mentioned.
definitely, Sneha. So, our main USP is so actually already I'll tell you one, two, three,
You
four.
told already, yeah.
Yeah, 8 to 10 people recently
Mm.
have maybe more than 10 people sit here and they have practiced. People have taken up the jobs easily, and some of them are very satisfied, have started freelance careers, right? So we have done that actually. So now the problem is live projects will not happen online. Again, it's the same thing. Live projects is you have to sit next to the senior or the experienced person. You have to immerse yourself in doing something or taking the responsibility on the results. Okay, so search engine optimization, we have to make this website rank on Google. What all should be done? So working at the desk, practicing, learning all the skills needed to implement. For example, Excel. Do you know the formula how to count the words in the Excel? Do you know how to extract the name of the product from the URL. See, your marketing knowledge is one part, your this execution knowledge is super important. So all this happens only when we sit next to people and start working on it. That's how I learned. I did not knew how to move in Excel from one cell to another cell. Moving in Excel from one cell to another cell is as simple as I'll click here and again I can click here from the cursor, or using this right buttons, down buttons, up buttons, correct? I did not knew this also. And I will write formulas now, and I have built 10,000, 20,000 web pages, websites in Excel sheets. So that is possible only with hands-on. See, now whatever we are discussing, the search engines part that which we have discussed, how search engines function, the three metrics, how do we improve all that, you will not get that kind of knowledge anywhere. But what is the use if you are not putting that into practice or not? See now, see that's why some of the digital marketers who are working at the desk doing something, but the problem for them is they don't know why they are working, why they are doing something. They know how to work on Excel sheets, presentations, they know the client expectations, requirements, what they are working towards also. But how should they achieve that to is something that they don't know. Now when they hear these classes, for them it's completely 100%. Now 50% they are already working in their roles, they are only 50% professionals now, not 100%. So now you are also only 50% professional because practice is lagging for you. For people who lack theoretical, the proper core understanding, for them the classes will suffice. For whomsoever are acquiring this knowledge, practice is essential. So Saturdays, Sundays, see, I was thinking of it, but considering the current strength and all, it's a bit difficult. Saturdays, Sundays, we wanted to make it as a practice kind of thing where people come here. But considering the current head count, I don't know how many people will be okay with it. Again, for one people, two people opening the office. See, opening the office is not a problem, but again, dedicatedly somebody has to come in the morning, open the office, close in the night. Okay, I'll just turn off this.